Hello. Hello and welcome. I'm Mia, face fitness coach. Hi. And today I want to announce you a special guest I have today, my colleague, face fitness coach also, Jelena Atabeyki. Today you will have opportunity to learn from her about face fitness exercises and many very interesting topics. And today we will hear her journey and how she started with face exercises and how she became a face fitness coach. So I see Jelena is already here, and now I will join Jelena to my live. Hello everybody. Thank you for joining in such a big number today. I'm very happy that we will be in big number today. I have a special guest. It is Jelena Atabeyki, my colleague, face fitness coach. I think Jelena, just a moment, I see if I see her so that I can, yeah. I can join Jelena, just a moment. Hi, Jelena.
How are you?
I'm fine. Welcome.
Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you for being here today with me. Every Wednesday, last 5 months, I'm having a live on Instagram, and I'm very honored you accepted my invitation to be my guest today.
That's so many times outside live, so why not in front of other people? We don't have anything to hide. We can only share.
Yes.
What we know.
Yes. Jelena has been living in Paris for last 10 years now, and she's also Pilates instructor. She's a really great inspiration for me and for my face fitness teaching and learning process. And many times we consult each other on other topics about face fitness exercises. And I find out that Jelena is so precise and detailed in her knowledge about facial anatomy and facial muscles, and I'm really also learning a lot from her. I'm very glad we have you today in my life, and I will now start with my questions. We are such a big number. We are already in live, 43 people joined, and thanks to everybody for joining us and for learning from Jelena today. So Jelena, how long have you been doing face exercises, and since then, what changes do you see on your face?
So I've been doing it for 10 years. I think it's exactly 10 years now, because I remember noticing first aging signs after being tired when my first big child was born. So then I guess, hormonal changes, not sleeping well, and I entered the age where you start to already, notice that something is going on with your face. So I was around 31. It's not like I remember exact date, but I know the age because I remember that I was having coffee with my friend, and we noticed, yeah, it starts to those lines here and stuff. So I was at the age of 31. So that means that I'm doing it like it's going to be soon 11 years even, because I discovered it, started to be worried about what's happening now with my face, because until now I didn't do anything, until that age. So I started to, follow more, notice more ads and articles about facial rejuvenation methods. So by accident, I just found this facial workout program of one American coach. So I started a little bit, you know, searching. Honestly, 11 years ago, you didn't have like today that many. First of all, I'm correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think we even had Instagram and stuff. I don't remember. Facebook, yes, but I don't remember when Instagram started. But this all social media just now made it so easy for everybody, like, you know, just put hashtag and then you are informed. But back then you had to do a lot of research for if you find something interesting. So I was doing a lot of research. I was anyway, that was like a long researching period, this 10 years for me in this method. Yeah. So sorry, what was the other part of the question?
What was when you started? What parts of your face you weren't satisfied, and what changes did you see on your face after starting doing face exercises?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, so that was the other part. So basically, what happened is that I started to notice as I have very narrow face. Um, Especially, I don't have strong bones. You know, I'm not bony here. So this part of the face started sagging very soon. I mean, 31, it's pretty soon. And even naturally, I didn't have, you know, a big arch of eyebrows and stuff. So this was very visible very soon, and these little wrinkles around their eyes. And I started to do these exercises. Of course, I would, you know, back then I was just, copying whatever I would see of those few facial coaches that you could find back then, the books from and the CDs. And so, and then actually, years were going on. I was just doing it for myself. And then my surrounding that know me from Zagreb, because I would go like once a year or twice a year to Zagreb, they would say, "What are you doing with your face? How come you're not changing?" So actually, that not changing was a good part of this, you know? Your face is not changing and you're aging, you know? So I'm like, well, but the only thing I'm doing is like that. I'm not special. I never go to it's not maybe even something I should brag about, but I'm not visiting no salons, no treatments, nothing. I just am using simple, you know, care for my face. But then I started to, I didn't even before that realize that this actually works, you know, because you're watching yourself every day. So, but when people who didn't see me for 5 or 6 years would notice that, why are you not changing? Then I started to tell them, but because I'm working out my face. That was about then when thanks to them and thanks to the photos, I realized that even some parts of my face improved. Like, as I said before, naturally, really, this arch here was, I don't have it. I mean, I always had just like not a big upper eyelid. And I opened my eyes thanks to facial workout. It's like almost, I don't know, I don't dare to say, but I correct nature a little bit even.
What was what was your next journey after that to become a face fitness coach?
As you know, because you were going through this process of like me, there is no, it's very empiric method. So it's mostly based of course, it exists. It exists. I remember finding the information and videos from Jack LaLanne in the 50s, in last century. He was doing facial, he was a famous bodybuilder, American bodybuilder, and he was doing a facial workout on TV back then. So this method, whoever claims I discovered it, I made it, no, it exists for a long time now. It's just that for some reason, I mean, people, it was not well known. And it's now becoming to be more accepted by people. Because when I started doing it, I remember people were mocking at me. But as time goes by, and now we see that I'm not the only one who claims it works. So now people they come for an advice. So I didn't, my goal not to become a coach. It's that people started to come to me after seeing results on my face. So very accidentally, we were journalists in Croatia as I was like very young doing modeling there. And then they would become also interesting. How come she doesn't change that much? Of course, you do change. I mean, you cannot stop aging, but it's not something that would be very visible. And that it all happened very accidentally. And then in Paris, as I had also friends who started noticing that in this 10 years I'm doing something that they don't know what it is, but so they became interested. So I started to giving lessons to friends, and then it opened up.
And what is your experience in inspiring others to also start with face exercises? What motivates others the best?
I think your results are motivating the best, you know, because if you are just talking about something and nobody sees really the results, then here it's important to say we're not talking about the beauty or about it. We are talking really about just avoiding some or preventing some visible, usually visible signs of aging, like wrinkles. Because and face sagging as well. So this is something you can really prevent very well, and I would even say you can correct significantly while doing it right.
If anybody has some questions, you can post it, and we will answer it. Jelena will answer it. And also, I wanted to ask you, because you are living in Paris and mostly you're teaching there. Do you have male men's who are coming and approaching you to learn about face exercises? Because here in Croatia, where I'm teaching, I don't have any men.
Here neither. I mean, men are. I do see men followers, and I have few. Direct messaging, like, but really just people that are asking me from men when we are talking about men. So yeah, I have few. So I can see that there are a few men there up there that are interested in this, but men are not that much. I guess you know, the society made this image that men, even with wrinkles, they are attractive, while women should not have wrinkles. I do think it's wrong, but this is the way it is. They're not anyway that much into this anti-age you know, things. So no, I don't have clients, but I have some followers.
And we have a question now. Jelena, did you have any face fillers in those 11 years? However, you look gorgeous.
Much. I will tell you something. I have to say something. I was never against anything, okay? I thought back then when I started working out, okay, I'm going to postpone maybe doing something else. But then years were going by, and I'm soon, very soon, in a month, hardly a month, I'm going to be 42. I'm still not, I didn't reach a point where I think it's necessary. And honestly, more that I'm studying the anatomy of our face and body as a Pilates instructor, I realized how perfectly our whole system, our whole muscle system, and we are perfectly made. It's just that we don't come with some manual how to use. And then we use our muscles and our bodies and everything, even eating. We are doing it wrongly, and we are kind of advancing this aging process. So my goal in Pilates and in facial workout is just to give an information to people that you can prevent this. You cannot stop it, because we are aging in very different levels, but you can do something about it, you know, and we are kind of obliged. Joseph Pilates were saying that this is our obligation to take care of our bodies and or our faces. And if somebody gives you an information, don't don't do just this or do it differently. Think about what you're doing. Then if you want to
To you. Oh, now I see you now. It was just a few minutes frozen, few moments.
better where it stopped. What did I say?
Um,
About that when you have an information, how to
yes.
you should, like, if you want to if you're interested in improving your what nature gave you, then just follow the instructions of those who have experienced it.
Yes, we have from Leila a question. How often do you do face fitness?
So in the beginning I didn't I introduced it in my daily routine, but I'm not stressing out if I do it every day. Like today I didn't have time, so it's okay. Then I just, when I don't have time, although I think we always have time, but sometimes you don't feel like it, so it's okay. Yeah, it's okay not to feel like it. So at least, when you put your cream, do a little massaging, do just something, or do just you exercises, you're gonna feel better. And what is for me very important in a facial workout, you start to feel better because those few minutes you're spending with yourself and looking at yourself and learning how to appreciate yourself and getting known of your expressions. And facial expressions are very important. I mean, Darwin was talking about the importance of facial expressions in even in social surviving, because this is revealing all our emotions. I mean, movements that they don't correspond to our real emotions. That means raising an eyebrow. We are raising it so many times per day, but there is no reason. We are not surprised. We're just doing it because it's like mimics. And then when you start to work out, and especially I recommend in the beginning, especially look at yourself in the mirror, then you start to understand, okay, why should I do this all the day if I don't need to? I'm doing it while I work out, or when I'm surprised or shocked, or I don't know. But you become aware of your facial expressions, and of course how to control them, not to do them when it's not necessary.
We have two more questions. One question was how many, just a moment, Maya asked question, I saw it. Jelena, how often did you did facial workout at the beginning, and how often do you do now? Is there any difference?
Yes, in the beginning I was, as I said, I was researching, and I would but I was always regular. In this 11, there was not like a week or 2 weeks without. Only one time, because I'm hardly ever sick, but that 1 week I was really sick, and I didn't do it, and it's okay because muscles have memory, so they will very fastly boost again. They're gonna tone up, so you don't worry. But you have to, however, first train them. So I would recommend to be very regular in the beginning, but that doesn't mean necessarily every day, especially depending on the age, because the truth is, the more your muscles when they're younger, you need less work because they're still in good shape. But as older we get, there is a natural tendency of atrophy, muscle atrophy. So yeah, you need to kind of remind muscles how to work, and that they become toned again. And you need a little bit more work in the beginning, but then later you need, like, maybe when I don't really have time, if I'm running all day and I have 2 kids and stuff, I mean, I just do a few seconds in the morning. It's enough, facial muscles are very little muscles. Already for the body, I'm always talking about Pilates because this is my biggest passion. Joseph Pilates, in his book, was saying, don't do more than 15 minutes per day because there is muscle fatigue. So tired. I'm mixing the languages because I'm studying in French and English. So now, okay. So you should just enjoy what you are doing and enjoy spending this time for you, you know, and with you.
We have one more question. Can you explain to us how best to keep my head when I sleep, since I already have wrinkles due to my cheeks and I'm only 23?
Why? Sorry, where are the wrinkles?
It is said on cheeks. Since I already have wrinkles due to my cheeks and I'm only 23. Kardum asked. Kardum, you can explain a little bit more? Maybe?
Croatian or Serbian or whatever, you can ask in our language that we understand better.
Yes, you can write it in Croatian or in Serbian, no problem.
One thing that is facial workout, you can prevent or correct dynamic wrinkles. Those are wrinkles are caused with by repetitive movement of your muscles, which is pulling the skin, and then due to other degenerative processes in your skin, your skin starts to fold and creates wrinkles. But there are other ways of aging. First of all, it depends if you're a smoker, if you're not drinking enough water, not living healthy, if you are exposed too much to the sun. So there is a photo aging, genetic aging. It's true that not all wrinkles and not all facial non-aesthetic issues are connected with muscles, and therefore they cannot be corrected with muscle. Then you need a dermatologist. Or, you know, there are other treatments like today lasers, or I don't know what they do, because until now I was in research for this. But so I cannot know, as I don't know which kind of wrinkles the person is.
She explained that after she wakes up in the morning, she sees wrinkles on her cheeks because of the sleeping, because after the sleeping, yeah.
I know. Well, you cannot avoid. I mean, at least when we sleep, we should relax, and we should not stress on how we sleep. So you should do facial workout during the day. That's just gonna pump up your muscles, and then just, you know, pull over the skin. The skin is gonna smooth the skin over that bigger volume of a muscle. So you shouldn't stress out whether you're gonna sleep like this or like this. It doesn't make sense. Stress is creating more wrinkles.
And Martina is asking, I think it is just going further about this question about sleeping. I'm following both of you since a few months, and I'm practicing exercises and massages which you are posting. And after training, I see change on my face, but in the morning, everything is not good.
So yeah, we
as old, I cannot sleep on my back.
You shouldn't worry. I mean, don't worry how you sleep. I know that today you can find all those like promoters of like different facial workout methods or something. They're saying you shouldn't do this, shouldn't do this, but we have to live. It's not like now, if I know that my skin is wrinkling when I laugh, I'm not going to stop laughing because of it. Just keep working out, you know, and it doesn't matter. Okay, you wake up, like we all wake up a little bit, you know, maybe swollen, or so do your 5 minutes facial workout. It's going to be better, and why not? It's like, also we might not all wake up with a great smell of our after you know, from our mouth, so you're going to brush your teeth, right? So there, it should become your hygiene, those exercises. That's the only way, because of the different processes going over in our bodies, and during the nights maybe somebody has tendency to collect water, you know, and And then when you collect water, maybe those lines are going to be more visible. So of course, it depends on many factors. Avoid, I don't know, eating salty in the evening. There are so many things that now we cannot put just one answer in this live. But to tell you, just don't stress out how you sleep. Try to live as healthy as you can and work out.
Yes, today many questions about sleeping. Now, Corina's mother asked, thank you for this live. My daughter is 17. She is asking, I noticed that one side of her face is thinner because on that face she's sleeping on the side. Is it possible because she's very young? She's only 17.
I don't think so. I mean, you have so many those. Listen, you know, I wouldn't go to some medical subjects that maybe we are not enough educated for, but like at the age of 17, you should like perfectly produce elastin and collagen. So even if something happens during the night, normally your skin should come back and the tissue under the skin should come back to its normal position. So yeah. I don't think this is connected. It might be connected if, again, we tend to wake up more swallow in the morning. So maybe that side that was pressed is swallowing less, you know. If it equalizes after a few, half an hour after she wakes up, it's okay. And don't worry about anything. Just live, be happy.
Anna Maria asked, can lips be enlarged naturally?
Well, okay, yeah, you could enlarge you could reinforce the muscle. So what happens with aging that they start to everything starts to sag and shrink, and then even due to the bone loss under your mouth, you know, your mouth can become thinner and go backward. So you cannot do anything a little bit with some vitamins and some food supplements to change the bone. How do you say it in English? I'm just the fact that the bones, you know, degenerating. But you by reinforcing this muscle, and especially these muscles, you can pump up the lips, because why? These muscles are in charge of, you see, lifting. And look what happens when you lift your lip, you know, you pump it out, or this muscle. But good thing is that you don't need to all the time do this to reinforce this muscle, because it can also be reinforced by doing this, which is actually something that we don't do during the day that often. So you're avoiding that possibility that overdoing it might create those lines, like as it is with people who are smoking too much, you know. So during the exercises, what the way I'm thinking about is that let's try to contract muscles in a different way. They are contracted during the day. If during the day my muscle, because I'm talking, eating, chewing, or smoking, I'm not smoking, but their muscle is contracting always like this. So I'm not going to, with this client, force to do this during the exercise. I'm going to try to contract this muscle like this, because he's doing already a lot of contractions in this other way, so he doesn't need it to do it with me while working out.
Jelena, interest is so big, and we have so many questions. The next question is posed by Mara. I don't know if I'm on the right team. What do you think about liquid collagen? Does it have sense or not? And thank you. You are both beautiful.
Thank you. But I don't know. I don't know anything about, but I do believe that sometimes we need some food supplements just in order, because the way we eat today, we need something to improve our system, because we don't always consume in internet. to produce, for example, collagen. And especially if you are somewhere where you're exposed more to the sun. As I don't have an experience, I cannot talk about it, but if it doesn't hurt you, I guess it cannot, it's okay.
Martina is asking, do you use serums or creams with retinol, and what do you think about retinol?
I don't have any, I'm so zero about anything that has to do, I'm using very simple cream, like daily care and night care, and big sun protection during the summer. This is actually something that I started to use because I would have a hyperpigmentation, but it's proved to be very well to prevent photoaging of the skin, because actually when you're exposed too much to the sun, then these free radicals are actually blocking the production of the elastin and collagen. So that's why it's very important to, again, avoid sun, or better to say not avoid sun. Don't avoid anything that gives you pleasure, but just protect yourself.
And Fox Lady is asking, is it possible to overtrain your face while doing face workout?
Well, as I said, don't tire up your muscles. There is no need for this. You know, our muscles are tense during the day enough. As I said, they're contracting themselves even that we are not conscious. For example, this muscle a lot, or muscles, okay, in the neck, or muscles of the jaw if we are under the stress. So that's why it's important not only to work out, but then to stretch the face, and facial massages that Mia is doing really are amazing, because that's the best way to stretch or relax the muscle, which is as important, really as important as activating the muscle and toning it up.
Jelena, thank you. That was all for today with questions. And I want to announce that after this live, you can join our giveaway. Jelena is giving one individual session to one of you. So you can tag your friend. You just have to follow the rules, which I'm going to post after the live is finished. And thank you, Jelena, for being my guest today. Thank you for your giveaways, your kind present for one of ladies, and that is individual session with you. I'm so excited that one will get this individual consultation with you.
Much
so kind of you.
And what can I say? Idea, as I said, just follow, and this is not just to thank Mia for inviting me. Massages are important. It's very important to that's why I like Mia's program so much, because she's offering both. So keep following, and of course support Croatian team, football team tonight.
Yes.
Oh, that's French. So I'm in France cheering, supporting Croatia, but
we are going to see the match now.
Yes, let's go. Bye.
Thank you, and thank you all for joining, and see you next week. Bye.